Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Roger's channel. And guys, yesterday I received something in the mail that I've been waiting to review here on the channel for some time now. That being this. This is the Star Wars Black Series Deluxe First Edition Mandalorian Grogu from the Mandalorian Grogu line. Guys, you know how long I've been trying to track down this figure, and thanks to a local family, yesterday it arrived in the mail, and now we're able to review it here on the channel. This is, of course, the first edition version of the figure, and you can see the deluxe packaging right here, featuring the Black Series logo, the figure, and all the accessories shown right here, the first edition stamp, the name of the character, and the number which he falls into lineup, and the name of that lineup. And then here on the side, you get this amazing artwork on the side mural featuring Mandalorian and Grogu. And on the back, you of course get a bigger portrait, a description, the number which falls into the lineup, and some warnings. Here's the side of the box, bottom, and top. So let's go ahead and get him out of the box and start the review. And here he is out of the packaging. And take a closer look at the Mandalorian. He's just as cool as the very first version. But yeah, I'm taking a look at him right now, and I can already see some of the major upgrades that we've seen. So let's go ahead and start from top to bottom. Taking a look at the front of the helmet, it looks great. I love the silver Beskar reflective paint that they've added to the helmet, and also that pitch black visor of his. It's just a very clean look, and again, you get a pretty good amount of articulation, as you can already tell, side to side, back, and forward. And I did want to note this. Look at this. So instead of the typical gray, sort of unpainted head, this time it's a silver version, I guess, to sort of blend in with the helmet. So that's kind of interesting. Checking out the torso now. Of course, we get his amazing Beskar armor right here with the chest plate. You get the brown undershirt. But this was probably one of the biggest changes I've seen, is now him including the soft goods cape. He's always had or at least here on the channel, every time I review The Mandalorian, it was always like a softer plastic. And it was okay, but I think soft goods makes the figure 100 times better, honestly. I can already see with the amount of detail, like the little rips and things like that. The overall, how it lays down, you can see that it doesn't get in the way at all, even in the back plate where his jetpack goes. So I really like the transition from that softer plastic to the soft goods fabric. He also has this leather bandolier that attaches to the belt, and it has some little pockets, things like that running throughout it. Very nice attention to detail, like what I'm seeing already. And of course, you do get some movement right here in the ball joint. So here's side to side, back, and forward. Taking a look at the arms now. The arm does go up right there, and I'm pretty sure it is able to go all the way around. It is attached, as you can see right there, to the shoulder pad, so you kind of have to twist it around. He does have a butterfly joint, which I do appreciate. His elbow goes up about there. He has a swivel at the elbow and articulation at the wrist and at the hand. The other side as well, arm sticks out pretty far, and it does go all the way around with ease. You're able to put his elbow joint about there, swivel at the elbow, and articulation at the wrist and at the hand. And of course, he does feature the Mudhorn insignia right here on his shoulder pad. Looking at the waist, he does have that leather belt, and it has tons of little knickknacks and features, like the little pouches. He has the grenades, the holster for his pistol, and then it runs back here, and of course, running alongside the bandolier. Taking a look at the legs now, he does go almost into a full-on split. He's able to sit down, legs go back pretty far. He does have a swivel around the thigh. Taking a look at those knee joints, they go, let's see here, about a little over a kneeling position, And I also like how it is a pinless joint figure, making it more realistic. So I do appreciate that. Taking a look down here near the lower leg, of course you can see right here he does have two different knee pads right here. This one, of course, featuring more of a stormtrooper sort of style. And then on this side of the boot, he does have a little insert for his like smaller hunting knife. And then the boots themselves are really nice. They do, of course, point down, point up. You get some rock ankles to achieve some action poses. And now taking a look at the accessories, he comes in an interchangeable hand. Looking at the hand, this hand is used to interchange it whenever using the knife accessory. I guess because it fits a little bit better than the trigger finger. So that's pretty interesting. This is the first time ever, at least that I've reviewed here on the channel, that I think there's an interchangeable hand within the Black series. So that's pretty cool. And of course, if you are going to interchange that hand, all you're going to do is just pop it off of the little hinge right here. Let's see if we can get it. There it is. And then you'll just pop on the other one in its place. And you can either have Mando fist bumping someone or use it for its intended purpose, which is the little hunting knife of his. So the hunting knife is pretty cool. Or at least, again, I've never used this version of him with the knife. So it's a small little pocket knife, has some nice silver accents, the gray handle, things like that. And all you do, you want to put the blade this way, facing a little bit under, and then it molds very nicely into the palm of his hand. And yeah, it does make a huge difference, as you can tell right there. It is made specifically for the knife accessory. And of course, if you're not going to use the knife, you can slide it right here on the side of his boot. And no, it's not a hinge or things like that I'm just sticking into. It literally does have a gap within the boot, so you can place the knife in there, which is pretty cool. Up next, he comes with his pistol. Taking a look at the pistol, this is of course the pistol that he's had for the longest time within the series. It features like a sleek model, has like this gunmetal gray throughout the body, except for the wooden grip right there. And again, it fits very nicely in the side of the palm of his hand, and doesn't come out, nothing like that. So I do like the way that they've upgraded those hand joints. And of course, if you're not going to use this pistol, you can easily slide it right here inside the holster. It's very snug and won't come out. Up next, he comes with a sword. Taking a look at the sword, I don't remember specifically if this was like not shown on camera or things like that. But somewhere between, the last season and the movie, he was able to obtain this sword. So I don't know if it's made out of Beskar or things like that, but it does of course have a silver blade, has this nice sort of like, I guess a leather wrap, or it's made to be like a leather wrap, and then it just has like these nice silver accents running throughout it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And they feature the sword on his left hand, so it does, fit a lot more better, I guess, within this grip. So maybe each hand is intended for a weapon. Kind of interesting. I'm sure you can interchange it, things like that, but they kind of feature the sword being more used on his left side. So yeah, I can kind of see that. I was trying to find out if I could like sheath the sword in any type of way, and while doing that, I was checking out his belt, and I'm gonna try and zoom in the best I can right here. But as you can see, he has a like hook for a lightsaber, but as far as what I'm seeing, there's no way to store the sword. Maybe when I put on the jetpack, I can see if there's a little notch or something. But I found this interesting. He has like the little hook for the lightsaber hilt, but it doesn't have a use or a purpose. Or maybe Mando is gonna be a Jedi. But before I go and make some theories up about him being a Jedi, let's go ahead and check out the next accessory, which is a rifle. Checking out the rifle, this again is something I have never seen him use other than in the movie. So I'm guessing that this is like a new weapon of his. It is made like a sniper rifle. So it has a thumb hold stock right here. Has this nice sleek body featuring, gunmetal gray pieces, the wooden stock and body right here. It has a scope, this long barrel, and then I'm guessing there's a magazine on the side. And this is interesting. You can take off the scope as well, so he can rock iron sights or a scoped version of the rifle. And here he is with the rifle in hand. Very nice model. Very unique in a lot of different ways. I would not expect him to have something like this, but yeah, I have seen him rock this in the movie, so it's pretty cool seeing it. Up next, we have his jetpack. Taking a look at the jetpack, it of course comes in a beautiful silver finish for that sort of like Beskar look. And yeah, I am liking it every single way. I think his previous jetpacks were never this shiny, I'm being honest. I'm pretty sure that the ones that we've gotten were like more of a slate gray, but they were never this chrome looking. So I really like that. And here he is with the jetpack intact. All you did is just, place it inside those little pegs right there. And wow, you can see already. I mean, look at that. With the soft goods fabric, switching out that softer plastic for the cape, you can achieve so many different poses that you couldn't do previously with other Mandalorian figures. So I really like how it lays down, especially with that jetpack in the way. And of course, last but not least, I did not forget about him. This deluxe figure pack does include Grogu. I mean, you can't have the Mandalorian without Grogu as his loyal companion. So, seeing this version of Grogu, the reason why he's in this sort of pose is because I'll show you guys in a bit. You are able to place him on the Mandalorian. So that's why he's like in this weird sort of like pose. There's like a little indenture right here, is because you're supposed to place him on the jetpack. So he does have some movement right here in the hand, the arms. You're able to move those around. It has like a little ball joint. The head, you're able to turn around. It has a ball joint as well, so you're able to get some decent movement. As far as for the rest of the body, it does not move at all, but still, it's pretty cool. And Grogu goes right here on the back of the jetpack. There's a little antenna that you place Grogu on, and he's able to hold on to it. And look how adorable that is. That is so cool. Finally, we have a functional Grogu that can actually be alongside the Mandalorian. And now, as an overview of the figure, I'm loving it. This has been one of the coolest deluxe figures throughout this lineup. I know that Zeb was recently introduced, and of course the new Embo sort of set that they also released, but for the moment, this is probably one of the best deluxe figures throughout this lineup. I love the articulation, the new additions that they've added to the figure, like the soft goods cape, the little, notches, things like that, the newer accessories, and of course the newer sort of like mold for Grogu. I'm really excited to see in the future what this lineup has in store for us, and I already know that they have waves upon waves of figures that they have yet to release. But more importantly, I cannot wait for the Remnant ATRT. That deluxe box set is a must-have because I'm gonna replace the Stormtrooper that comes with it and place Mando on there once I get it. But yeah, overall, it is a really awesome figure set, and I'm so happy to finally have him here, so I can review him on the channel and to have him in my personal collection. But yeah, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me for more. And I'll catch you all on the next one.